this year. The track's got a lot of grip, but the cars are flying, particularly the two Ferrari cars. Lap 43, they're 3.3 apart. Massa leads Räikkönen. Hamilton is showing at the moment, because of his second stop, he's half a minute down the road. And Ferrari getting ready. I didn't finish telling you who's dropped out of the race. Davidson's out, tripped over Liuzzi in turn 1. Trulli tripped over Kovalainen in turn 4.
So into the pits comes the race leader, Felipe Massa. He has a 3.5 second lead over his teammate Räikkönen and a 29.5 second lead over Lewis Hamilton.
What a great shot.
Looks like they're, well, is that enough fuel to get into the finish? 27 laps out of 70. It's quite a lot of fuel went into that car. Very interesting to see whether he can make it to the finish or not on that.
It's very difficult. I mean, you would think so.
Yeah, he's on the soft tyre, so it's he's certainly in a position. I think he might well be in a position to make it to the finish.
Of course, with the 12 litres per second, you've got to know exactly when the collar goes on and exactly how long the fuel's going in for. So you can only guesstimate the laps that they can do, but it seems absolutely clear with that change of tyres and that amount of fuel that Massa is fueled to the end. It's lap 44. He was leading Räikkönen by 2 seconds. Räikkönen now assumes the lead.
Räikkönen does a 1:16.2, but that in-lap of Felipe Massa's was very impressive, a 16.0, so he's not going to give anything away to his teammate. You're riding on board then with the new race leader. It's the second occasion of the race in which he's led it, and always when his teammate has made his pit stop. Ferrari's working beautifully here this weekend. It's looked good right from the beginning of Friday morning practice in the hands of both men. Which one of them will win the race?
Interesting to see Massa's outlap some 3 seconds faster than one I saw from Alonso earlier in the Grand Prix. Ferraris have got it always round. Tell you, Lewis has got a problem on his hands. Kubica's just 5.4 behind him as well. Heidfeld 10 seconds behind him. If they only stop twice, Lewis has really got a problem on his hands here for that podium slot.
Yeah, well, presuming they both have to stop again, then his lead over Kubica is just 5.5 seconds. Well, there is Kubica. We believe that BMW getting ready in the pit lane for him to make his second and final stop of the afternoon. And he's racing Hamilton here. Teammate Heidfeld almost 10 seconds behind in 5th place. Here he comes down towards the pit lane now. Robert Kubica running in 4th place. In the BMW, hits the pit lane speed limiter line, 60 kilometers an hour only. The team is ready with a set of soft tyres for him. So that indicates this will be his final stint of the race. Beautiful stop by BMW. Out he goes. This is lap 47 of the French Grand Prix. Race leader Kimi Räikkönen pits, so Felipe Massa will retake the lead.
Will he though? This is going to be super tight. He was 2 seconds quicker on the last lap around, and they were 2 seconds apart when the stops commenced. Where is Massa? Massa's still going around Lise. Räikkönen's going out of the pit lane, and that is going to be nip and tuck. Almost, I think Räikkönen's got the edge. Räikkönen will take the lead of the Grand Prix, went 2 laps further, was faster, and is leading.
Brilliant performance by Kimi Räikkönen. He took advantage of the fuel strategy to get himself in front of his teammate. It looked as though Massa had done enough, but it didn't work out that way. And Räikkönen takes the lead on lap 47 of the French Grand Prix. Kimi Räikkönen, who won the first Grand Prix of the season in Australia. And although Massa has led virtually all the way here this afternoon, Räikkönen only leading during the periods when Massa had made a stop. He made it count. That 2 extra laps of fuel in the Ferrari made all the difference. Robert Kubica has also pitted from 4th place in the BMW. He's racing against Lewis Hamilton here this afternoon. He was just 5 seconds behind Hamilton when he made his stop, but Hamilton has to stop again. Rosberg pits from 6th place, going onto the soft tyre for the final stint, and Hamilton's under a bit of pressure here to get the final podium place. What must Felipe Massa be thinking now?
I was thinking, how did that Ferrari end up in front of me? But he did a couple of laps in the 118s. We didn't see them, were they, with traffic, whatever, with the extra fuel load. He has got the softer tyres on. Maybe he just didn't push hard enough, because if you push too early, then these tyres grain up for 5 or 6 laps. So let's wait and see if that happens to the Ferraris. But Räikkönen has been going 2-3 laps longer all day and really made them count at the right moment.
Well, first time round, he was 4 seconds behind Massa when he made his when Massa made his stop. He cut that margin to 2. He did exactly the same thing the second time around, and it's proof positive that they're letting their drivers race this year at Ferrari. Certainly not always the case in the past when Michael Schumacher was there, but these guys are definitely racing each other. Heidfeld pits from 4th in the BMW.